Chosen one, this message did not find you by chance, and you did not arrive here through curiosity alone. This is not coincidence, it is coordination. Something has been set in motion far beyond what your natural eyes can see, and this word is part of that orchestration. Heaven has been tracking you, your endurance, your faith in obscurity, your obedience when no one applauded, and now the announcement is being released. A wealth flood is coming toward you. Not a small breakthrough, not a temporary relief, not a blessing that evaporates after celebration, but a flood. Massive, unstoppable, personal. This is wealth that alters legacy, repositions bloodlines, and restructures futures. This is provision with instruction, increase with assignment, abundance with purpose. And the urgency you feel in your spirit right now is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit knows what your mind is still catching up to. Divine timing has converged, and when heaven declares now, the earth has no authority to delay it. This is not motivation. This is a prophetic announcement. The reason it feels heavy is because it carries authority. The reason it feels intense is because it carries inevitability. God is not experimenting with your life. He is executing a plan that required your exact journey, your exact resistance, your exact survival. The wealth flood is not being released because you asked loudly enough. It is being released because the season has matured. What once blocked you is about to move out of your way. What once ignored you is about to pursue you. This flood does not negotiate with history, trauma, or limitation. It comes because God said it is time. And when God speaks timing, systems shift, doors align, and realities bend. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are standing at the edge of something irreversible. And this announcement is heaven's way of saying, prepare yourself, because nothing about your life is about to remain small. Chosen one, this is not a message you skim, rush through, or treat casually. There is alignment unfolding as you listen, and staying until the end is not passive, it is participatory. Watching fully is an act of agreement. Remaining present is a signal to the unseen realm that you recognize timing when it speaks. This is why you are being instructed to engage. To comment your wishes, to write 99, to like, to subscribe, not as digital behavior, but as spiritual positioning. Faith has always required movement. In Scripture, miracles followed action, stepping into water, lifting a staff, speaking aloud. Engagement is modern movement. It is you declaring, I am not just hearing this, I am receiving it. Writing 99 is not magic, it is alignment. It is you saying that you are complete in faith, positioned in expectancy, and open to overflow. When you declare your wishes, you are not begging, you are clarifying. Heaven responds to clarity. And when you engage, you are not supporting a person or platform, you are declaring readiness. This is why resistance often tries to distract you midway through messages like this. Distraction is the enemy's last tool when delay has expired. But you staying, listening, engaging, that is you locking in alignment. This is not marketing, this is momentum. When you interact, you are signaling belief, and belief creates spiritual gravity. Things begin moving toward those who expect them. Heaven does not fund spectators. It partners with participants. So stay, engage, declare. Because your response is not for the algorithm, it is for alignment. And alignment is what attracts the flood. Chosen one. The instruction coming from God right now is precise and unmistakable. Prepare your space. Not just your hands, not just your plans, but your spirit, your mind, your environment. Wealth is not just something that enters. It is something that must land, remain, and multiply. And nothing rests where there is no room. Sudden money can visit chaos, but sustained divine overflow requires order. This is why preparation comes before manifestation. God is not asking you to work harder. He is asking you to align deeper. Preparation is not effort. It is agreement. It is removing what no longer fits the frequency of where you are going. Your thoughts must have room for abundance. Your habits must be able to steward increase. Your physical space must reflect respect for what is coming. This is not about perfection. It is about posture. When God sends a flood, He fills containers that are ready. Not empty ready. Ready means cleared of clutter, cleared of confusion, cleared of compromise. This is why you may feel a sudden urge to clean, organize, restructure, or simplify. That is not random. It is instinctive preparation. Wealth requires rest, and rest requires space. You are being asked to make room because something large is approaching. This is alignment, not anxiety. Honor, not pressure. Prepare your space, and you prepare your future. What felt like demolition was actually preparation. What felt like loss was actually removal. Chosen one. The old era had to end because it could not support the weight of what is coming. God does not pour new wine into old structures, not because the old was bad, but because it was insufficient. The breakdowns, the endings, the sudden closures, they were not punishment. They were excavation. Foundations were being laid beneath your awareness. Systems were being built in silence. And now the structure is complete. You may not have seen the work, but you lived through it. And when this wealth arrives, it will not arrive quietly. It will be loud, sudden, and undeniable. Thunder, not trickle. Those who only saw your struggle will be shocked by your acceleration, but you will recognize it because you endured the construction. The hidden structure is ready. The era has shifted. This flood will not come through one predictable door. It will arrive through multiple channels, layered opportunities, and unexpected connections. Back-to-back openings will replace long seasons of stagnation. Divine favor will speak your name in rooms you've never entered. Circumstances will reverse without warning. What once drained you will now fund you. Survival will give way to overflow, not because you finally earned it, but because it was commanded. This wealth moves with intelligence. One yes will trigger another. One encounter will unlock a chain reaction. It will feel fast because it was delayed on purpose. Momentum will replace waiting. Flow will replace friction. Wealth cannot anchor in chaos, clutter, emotional baggage, or scarcity thinking. Royal abundance requires royal environments. This is not punishment, it is preparation through honor. God is asking you to remove what cannot travel with you. Old narratives, limiting beliefs, emotional debris. These things are incompatible with overflow. Clearing space is not loss, it is alignment. You are not being stripped, you are being elevated. Your dry seasons were not barren, they were underground. Seeds were planted where eyes could not see. Silence was watering, not absence. Roots were strengthening beneath the surface. The reason the harvest will be heavy is because the roots went deep. And now the soil is saturated. The flood is not coming, it is already moving. You felt it. The discomfort in old spaces, the disconnect from old conversations, the sense that you no longer fit where you once survived. This is not pride, it is frequency shift. Identity is expanding. Your spirit is elevating before your circumstances do. You are outgrowing frameworks that cannot sustain your future. This is preparation already happening subconsciously. You are being tuned for overflow. Chosen one, This season will challenge everything you were taught about striving, proving, and overperforming to deserve what God already decided to give. The wealth flood approaching your life is not a reward for perfection. It is a release aligned with timing. You were chosen before you were polished, selected before you were confident, approved before you were ready. And that truth dismantles the exhausting belief that you must earn what heaven has already assigned. This is not a season of earning. It is a season of receiving. Receiving requires humility, not hustle. It requires trust, not tension. God is not waiting for you to fix every flaw before He releases overflow. If worthiness were the requirement, no one would ever qualify. The flood is coming because your assignment requires provision, not because your performance impressed heaven. This is why striving feels heavy right now. It no longer matches the moment. You are being invited to rest into alignment, not grind into blessing. Receiving does not mean passivity. It means cooperation. It means opening your hands instead of clenching your fists. It means believing that timing outranks effort. When God says now, the only requirement is availability. Let go of the inner courtroom where you put yourself on trial daily. Heaven already ruled in your favor. This flood is not delayed by your imperfections, and it is not accelerated by anxiety. It moves by divine schedule. Your role is not to convince God, you are to agree with Him. Receiving is an act of faith. And faith is what positions you under the open heavens where overflow flows naturally. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are aligned. And alignment is enough. Chosen one, the wealth God is releasing into your life in this season must be redefined, or it will be misunderstood. This is not indulgence money. This is not ego fuel. This is infrastructure. It is capital with assignment, provision with purpose, and abundance with instruction attached. God is funding expansion, a vision of reach, of impact. He is investing in what you are called to build, heal, restore, and establish. This wealth is not meant to impress people. It is meant to shift systems. It will open doors that have been closed for generations. It will break ceilings that logic said were permanent. And it will reintroduce you to the world, not as who you were when you survived, but as who you truly are. Wealth in this context is not about accumulation. It is about authorization. It gives you access, voice, and influence where limitation once silenced you. This is why your desires have been maturing. You no longer crave shallow success. You crave meaningful impact. That is confirmation. God does not release this level of wealth to fund distraction. He releases it to fuel destiny. This is not about consumption. It is about construction. And when wealth is understood correctly, it no longer controls you. It partners with you. You are not being spoiled. You are being entrusted. This is divine infrastructure entering your life to support a calling that can no longer operate on survival resources. Chosen one, do not be confused by the sudden increase in distractions, resistance, or internal noise. Warfare intensifies before release. Chaos rises before clarity. This is not regression, it is confirmation. The enemy does not fight what is not about to move. Pressure increases when timing is close. You may notice unusual fatigue, unnecessary conflicts, random delays, or mental fog trying to pull you out of stillness. That is not weakness, it is resistance to momentum. But understand this clearly, nothing can stop what God has already set in motion. This flood is not fragile. It is not dependent on perfect conditions. It is tied to purpose, holiness, and restoration. And because it carries impact beyond you, it attracts opposition. But opposition does not equal defeat, it signals proximity. The closer you get, the louder the noise becomes. Stay anchored. Stay still. Stay aligned. This warfare is the last echo of an old season trying to maintain relevance. Do not fight it emotionally. Do not chase it mentally. Let it pass. The release is already scheduled. And what God has authorized, no resistance can reverse. There are signs, subtle but unmistakable, that the wealth flood has already begun to shift toward manifestation. Sudden clarity replacing confusion. Ideas arriving fully formed. Opportunities appearing without pursuit. Desires changing without explanation. These are ripples. And ripples always precede waves. You may feel a strange calm where anxiety once lived. That calm is recognition. Your spirit knows something has locked in. Routines may shift naturally. Old habits may fall away without effort. This is alignment adjusting you to the new climate. Pay attention to what feels lighter, not heavier. That is where flow is forming. The flood announces itself quietly before it arrives loudly. Recognition comes before reception. And you are already recognizing, chosen one, this is not a season to panic, rush, or force outcomes. Stillness is your position of power right now. Preparation happens quietly. Alignment deepens in silence. While the world scrambles, you are being instructed to settle, to organize, to breathe, to listen. Prepare your home, your business, your finances, and your inner world, not in fear, but in expectation. Readiness attracts overflow. Stillness creates precision. You are not being passive, you are being strategic. Living prophetic means moving by signal, not by pressure. And in this stillness, everything begins to gravitate toward you naturally. Flow responds to calm authority. Release the obsession with how. Calculation belongs to logic, but recognition belongs to alignment. You are not meant to engineer this flood, you are meant to recognize it. Signals will replace strategies. Timing will replace tactics. Alignment will replace effort. Wealth is forming before it manifests. Trust the formation. You do not need to chase what is already moving toward you. Recognition positions you under what calculation can never produce. Stay aware. Stay open. The structure is forming and manifestation is next. Chosen one, what you endured in the wilderness was never wasted time. It was advanced training. The isolation, the obscurity, the long stretches where your faith had no audience and your obedience had no evidence were not delays, they were disciplines. Wilderness seasons teach stewardship before substance, humility before honor, and endurance before overflow. God trains his vessels in silence because noise produces pride, but quiet produces precision. You learned how to survive without applause, how to trust without proof, and how to remain faithful when rewards seemed distant. These were not small lessons, they were prerequisites. Overflow requires capacity, and capacity is forged through endurance. The wilderness stripped you of dependency on external validation, so you could learn internal alignment. You learned to hear God without distraction. You learned to move without confirmation. You learned to obey without immediate results. And now, because you were faithful when nothing was visible, reward is arriving rapidly. What took years to prepare will release in moments to manifest. This is how God works: slow training, sudden reward. The wilderness was not meant to break you. It was meant to build you into someone who could carry weight without collapsing. Now the training phase is complete, and the wealth that arrives will not overwhelm you, because you are trained in less. Chosen one, understand this clearly. The wealth flood is not coming to stop at you, it is coming through you. You are the vessel, the host, the channel. This is why preparation matters so deeply. Wealth at this level carries instruction. It knows where it is meant to go. You are being positioned as a distributor, not an endpoint. God is expanding your capacity because expansion requires vision. The more clearly you see beyond yourself, the more freely the flow moves through you. This wealth is meant to heal, build, restore, and free others. It will fund solutions where there were once problems. It will open doors for those who never had access. And because the flood flows through you, it will multiply. Stagnant wealth decays, moving wealth multiplies. This is divine economics. You are not being overwhelmed, you are being entrusted. The flood responds to your willingness to be a conduit. And because you are aligned, the flow will feel natural, not burdensome. You are not losing control, you are gaining influence. Chosen one, long before anyone recognized your value, heaven crowned you in secret. God saw your faithfulness when no one was watching. He measured your integrity when no one was rewarding it. Faithful with little was not a compliment, it was a qualification. The promotion was decided in the unseen realm long before it became visible on earth. This is why your elevation will feel sudden to others, but familiar to you. You were prepared for this long ago. The invisible coronation is now becoming visible. Heaven's decision is catching up to Earth's awareness. And when God promotes, He does not ask the crowd for approval. He moves swiftly and decisively. You were selected, not voted in. Chosen, not compared. And now the crown that was placed in secret is beginning to show in public. This is not arrogance, it is alignment with truth. Fear and smallness cannot coexist with overflow. The flood does not ask permission from insecurity. Chosen one, belief is the gate, and your spirit is the harbor. Inner expansion always precedes outer overflow. You're being asked to release the version of yourself that learned to survive small. That identity kept you alive, but it cannot carry what is coming. The blessing is custom crafted for this timeline, and it requires you to think, see, and believe bigger. Not arrogant, expanded. Fear is not caution here, it is limitation. And limitation cannot host abundance. Let go. Stretch. Believe beyond your history. The flood will meet you at the level of your belief, not your past. Wealth in this season will not complicate your life, it will clarify it. Struggles will vanish naturally, not through force, but through alignment. What cannot move forward will fall away without drama. Blessing acts as purification, bringing order where chaos once lived. Wealth will expose what no longer fits and remove it gently. This is not loss, it is refinement. Agreement between space and promise creates peace. And peace is confirmation that the blessing is clean. You are not being tested, you are being aligned. If things are unraveling quickly, do not call it loss. This is divine rearrangement. God is clearing the runway. Old cycles are dissolving because they cannot coexist with what is coming. What you thought was stable was actually limiting. And now it is being moved. This is positioning, not punishment. Receiving is your posture now. Do not chase what is leaving. Make room for what is arriving. The rearrangement is proof that the flood is close. Chosen one, the silence you were forced to live in is about to speak for itself. What looked like delay is about to reveal its divine purpose. The years when doors stayed shut, when explanations never came, when your obedience felt unanswered, those moments were not forgotten. They were recorded. And now vindication is rising. God is replacing years of no with a thunderous, undeniable yes. This is not quiet restoration. This is public alignment. Those who questioned your timing will witness your acceleration. Those who misunderstood your stillness will now see the wisdom in your restraint. Silence is being proven sacred. Delay is being proven divine. What stayed spiritual is becoming physical. What was promised inwardly is stepping outwardly into form. Vindication is not revenge, it is truth revealed. God is restoring not just what was lost, but what was delayed, mishandled, or withheld. And restoration does not come empty-handed. It comes with clarity, authority, and peace. You will not need to explain your journey. The results will interpret it for you. This is the moment when heaven's version of your story overrides every misread chapter. The alignment you protected is now protecting you. Chosen one, prepare for compression. Years are about to collapse into days. What required endurance will now require decision. Momentum is replacing waiting. One message, one call, one meeting, one introduction will alter everything you thought was permanent. This is acceleration by divine override. Natural laws are stepping aside for heavenly timing. This is not chaos, it is coordination. When God accelerates, He redeems time without asking permission from logic. What took years to prepare will unfold rapidly to manifest. This is why hesitation feels uncomfortable now. You are no longer built for delay. The pace is shifting and your spirit can feel it. Acceleration does not mean overwhelm when alignment is present. It means precision. The flow becomes irreversible because it is no longer powered by effort, but by assignment. Once this begins, it cannot be undone. You are stepping into a stream that does not run backward. This is the release phase. The wait is over. Chosen one, understand this clearly. You are not the destination. You are the distribution point. The wealth flood flowing into your life is designed to move through you into systems, cities, families, and futures. You are a floodgate, not a storage unit. Stewardship is the seal on increase. Because you are aligned, the flow will remain open. This is prosperity with roots, legacy with structure, impact with continuity. What passes through you will outlive you. God is entrusting you with influence because influence in your hands becomes transformation. This is not about excess, it is about effectiveness. As you distribute, you expand. As you expand, the flow increases. This is divine circulation. And because your heart is prepared, the wealth will not corrupt, it will clarify. Your life becomes evidence that abundance and integrity can coexist. This is not a momentary breakthrough, it is a climate shift. Chosen one, the spiritual atmosphere around you is changing permanently. Scarcity is being deactivated at the root. A new operating system is installing. You are not returning to old cycles. You are not revisiting former limitations. This is rebirth, not relief. The way you think, decide, expect, and receive is being upgraded. You will notice that lack-based fear no longer sticks. Old survival instincts lose their grip. This is because the environment has changed. And when climate changes, growth becomes natural. You are no longer forcing fruit, you are planted in abundance. This is sustainable overflow, consistent provision, peace-backed prosperity. And once the climate shifts, you do not beg for rain, you steward harvest. Chosen one, hear this clearly and let it settle deep within you. The wealth flood is already in orbit. What you feel now is not anticipation, it is recognition. Calm has replaced striving because covenant has been confirmed. God is restoring with interest. Every season of delay is being repaid with acceleration. Every quiet sacrifice is being honored publicly. And when this unfolds, there will be no confusion about the source. God's fingerprint will be undeniable. This is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is not timing in your favor. This is heaven enforcing its decision. When God says it's time, everything bends. Systems shift. Doors open, resistance dissolves, and what was once impossible becomes inevitable. Prepare your space. Open your hands. Align your belief. The flood is here.